Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and I am honored to have a superstar that is absolutely rising on the independent wrestling scene. Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
Name is I'm Armando Fonseca. I'm the Cuban Missile. My whole journey is that one day I'm gonna be able to hold gold and be able to my family in Cuba who's struggling right now, and they have no food, no. It's hard times in Cuba right now. So my goal is I want to get that championship, and I want to bring it around my waist so I can bring it back to my country, and I can essentially say we're stronger than this, and we're gonna prevail.
It's nice that you're gonna bring it back to your family in like Cuba and stuff like that. So cool. So when did you get this niche with professional wrestling? When did you start loving wrestling?
I was in college. I was playing college baseball. I was playing at a Division II college up in New York, and I had stopped watching wrestling for years and years. But then my roommate actually he got back in, he started watching it in the living room, and he was like, hey man, you gotta watch this. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to watch this as a kid. And then little by little he started getting me into it, and then it came to a point in baseball where my shoulder was like it was gone, like it hurt to throw a baseball, and I had tickets to go to WrestleMania 40 for night two of WrestleMania, Cody versus Roman, which I was super excited for. And my coach essentially was like, no, 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 like you can't go, like. So I was like, you know what? Well, I'm done. So I quit. I turned in my jerseys, my uniform, everything, and the next week I went right to Philadelphia. And then when I got there, I watched the whole show, and I was like, man, this is what I got to do in my life.
That's a journey, man. It's hard when you want to do something so bad, but then everybody else is trying to pull you back from doing it. So how long did it take you to find the training facility that you landed on?
And yeah, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. After I watched that WrestleMania match, I just couldn't. So like this is what I needed to do. But the first wrestling facility was one in upstate New York called Excite, and they trained me for. I was there for my first 6, 7 months. Started in battle royales, worked my way up to single matches, and then eventually I came back home to Miami, and now I'm with Gangrel at CCW. I'm at their training facility, and then I'm also working their shows and working others around Florida.
So what does it feel like to work with an absolute legend in the game, the darkest legend you could find? What does it feel like to work under the wing, the bat wing of Gangrel?
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's honestly, it's an honor. And where I first started was amazing too, with HC Loke. But then when I came here to Miami, and I started my first week under Gangrel, I was like, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that I need to be training with, because I saw the way he ran stuff the first 2 weeks, and I was like, yeah, this guy knows, man. This guy's an absolute legend. This is where I need to be. I knew right from the moment I stepped into the facility.
Awesome. So, what kind of advice has Gangrel tossed at you since you've been working with him?
Well, so mainly he gives me a lot of tips on my footwork. He's really helped me improve my footwork, like in the ring, right? Positioning, knowing where I'm supposed to be. He's really like where I first started. training, they really taught they taught me the basics and everything I needed to know. And then when I went to Gangrel, he taught me like the inside, like what I like the fundamentals, the small things, what I really needed to know. So like just that alone has just like taken me sky high and improving me so much. That's the best advice that he's given to me.
Awesome. So, is there anywhere else in the country that you would like to wrestle that you haven't been to yet?
Yeah, I'm actually I want to start going out more. I was just in Nashville 2 weeks ago for CCW's show up there. We do it once a month up there, and I'm trying to start going to Houston, back to New York at some point. Definitely want to go back there. So I'm definitely starting to expand my horizon and start going to more states from now on.
Awesome. Are there any wrestlers that you've been watching on the scene that you want to work with? You haven't had a chance to work with yet?
Um, no, they're mainly right now the top CCW guys. I mean, those guys are the best, man. Like those guys are the real deal. They're serious. Um, Now that I'm starting to go out to Florida, I'm starting to find like these like amazing wrestlers and these amazing people. I when I was in New York, it was the same thing, right? There was a lot of talent up in upstate New York where I was, but then when I came to Florida now, the talent is just through the roof amazing. Like there's so many people I want to start working with.
So when you're working with CCW, what's the everyday training regimen like?
So the training schedule is we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we do a promo slash business class, and then on the weekends we have shows. Every single weekend we have a different show.
Mm. Do you have different style gear that you wear for like different types of shows that CCW does?
Uh, no. So I have my one main gear that I use right now. This is my second gear. I upgraded from my first one to this one, and then I've just been little by little customizing it, updating it, trying to make it look better, look nicer until I get my next set of gear.
Okay. Who made your gear?
Oh, I got it from Ilucha, and then I got it customized by a professional in upstate New York.
Okay, that's cool. I love hearing like the upgrade of gear because you remember when you first started, you probably just started out with like the general man leggings or the tights, you know what I mean, or the shorts.
I exactly that's literally what I used. I had the red, white, and blue leggings.
I feel bad saying leggings. Like, what do you mean by leggings, Joe? Them glasses are gonna get snapped.
Yeah.
Was like I know wrestlers go on certain sites, like you said, the guy that does your gear, but like before you found him, was it a process to find somebody?
No, not really. I essentially I talked to the people who were training me in upstate New York, and there was this professional guy half an hour away. I drove to him, sent him the gear, said no problem, I could take care of it for you, and he just did it for me in like 2 3 weeks.
Okay. Since now you're in Miami, I know there's a lot of like food, like good ethnic food in Miami. Is there anywhere you like particularly love to go to? Because I'm a local podcast.
Yes, yes. Do you like Mexican food?
I'm Puerto Rican, so I love my food. I love my everything, man. I love Latin food. So yeah.
There's this one restaurant called Cancun Grill. It's right in Miami. It's like one of a kind. You can only like find it in Miami. Amazing.
Ooh. Ooh. So what would you if they made you like if they knew that you're a wrestler and and they've been coming to your shows, if they gave you a like on a menu, what would be your meal that like you know what I mean? Like if they put a meal with your name on it, what would be in that meal?
For who?
Like if the restaurant, that Mexican restaurant, knew you were
Oh,
a wrestler.
it would be easy. It would be the steak quesadillas with a Dr. Pepper and some chips and salsa to go with it. That's it.
Ooh. And on the side, if you pay extra, you get a T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. the mariachis are gonna come out and sing for you if you pay extra on the side.
And you get a T-shirt. They pay extra mariachis, and then you have to pay for the T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, support the indies. They have to pay for you, man. They can't just be like, oh, it's gonna be $9. Be like, nah,
$9. Come on, man.
come on. You gotta buy the T-shirt.
Yeah, you gotta go through the whole process.
Support the indies. These wrestlers need help.
Exactly.
$9.
They do indeed.
Yeah, it's $9 doesn't even get you gas at the gas station anymore. When you
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
That's why
you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Yeah, I talk to my wrestling friends all the time. Like sometimes wrestlers I don't have in the podcast. They never came out or they don't do podcasts. I feel the pain. I'll buy a sticker at the table, or like I'll buy it if I'm in the mood. If I have the cash on me, I'll buy a T-shirt. You know, I understand. Hashtag support wrestling, independent wrestling.
Support indie wrestling, yes sir. Support indie
wrestling. That's Dudes at Ringside's fighting march on top of the hill is hashtag support independent wrestling. Since for 4 years we've been saying that, you know, like support independent wrestling. Everybody looks at us like, why do you do that so much? Because it's for them. That's why. Like, yeah.
Exactly. I love that, man.
So how many when it comes to like the shows, like for you guys, do you find it easier and harder to market yourself? Because sometimes wrestlers, they hire somebody to come in and use their Instagram and market themselves.
No, I really do it on myself with the whole social media thing. I find it kind of easy. There are a lot of photographers like on the scene at most of our shows, so they capture some good pictures, even some videos. So like when we get that, I just boom share it right out. You know, just they're very fast. Boom boom. I share it out. That's my social media. That's what I'm posting on a daily.
Awesome. Is there any matches that if a promoter came up to you and was like, "Oh, we need you to do this match tonight," would you be like, "I don't know if I do that"?
No. I'd probably be. I'd want to do it. I'd probably ask them, you know, like what's what's the rate? What can you do for me? And then like I can work anything, man. Like I'm open to anything. I'm a super good guy, like in the locker room.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. So when it comes to like traveling, are you pretty close to the CCW arena, or like is it like further away? Like how? What do your shows stay a lot in Miami, or they travel? I heard you say Tennessee, so they travel a lot further than Florida.
So we do a show every weekend. We do all across Florida. We do Miami, Doral, Tennessee, Kissimmee, and Pompano Beach. And then we just every weekend we do a different one. And then Nashville is just one of the ones that we do on top of that weekend.
Do you have any fun stories from the ring?
Oh, one of my best friends. He was we were training. This is when we were like in our very first couple of months. We're going out there and we're like, we're 3 months in. We're excited. We're gonna do we're gonna do a practice match together, first time. And then we're like, nah, we got it. We'll call it in the ring. We're confident as ever. We're gonna do this, that. We ended up doing the match, and it was just it was not a good match. One of us almost we fell over the top of the ring. One fell backwards. Yeah, but then we did it again a month later. We were good to go.
Awesome. That's good that you guys did it the month later. What was the crowd like? Were they mad? Did they boo? Like what were their reactions?
No. So this was in a practice match.
Training. Okay. Oh no.
First time.
Oh gosh, all I can think is oh God, the crowd must have been on your ass, because you know, like sometimes you've been around crowds in Florida and Tennessee. If they don't like that what they were doing, they'll let you know.
They'll let you know. Yes, yes. There's so many here. Here that like they will. Like they respect a good show. You know what I mean? These are definitely one of those people.
Mm. So before we go, if my fans want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Instagram is the Armando Fonseca, and same thing for my Facebook is the Armando Fonseca.
Is there anywhere they could find any merch yet, Armando?
I'm actually just starting the process of getting merch down. I'm starting to. I already have all the designs and everything. I'm just getting them, done and printed, and then they're getting shipped out.
Awesome. When you get that down, you get the picture of the t-shirts, like the graphic. Don't
Yeah,
forget to
yeah,
tag dudes at
exactly.
ringside. Don't forget to tag dudes at ringside. I'll help you. I'll put you collab with me, have it pop on my wall, and I'll definitely.
Thank you. Yo, yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You can collab with me or just have me tag in, and I'll put it in my story for you and stuff like that. And let people know and stuff like that. That's how I give back. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. That's awesome, man.
You definitely, hopefully, you can come to Pennsylvania one day because we got like 5 or 6 really, really good indie promotions here in Pennsylvania that are.
Yeah, I was honestly close to doing one in Pennsylvania when I was back training in New York. I was only like half an hour from PA, so I was close to doing one, but I never got to before I ended up moving back to Miami.
The one that you should keep on your list is Battlefield Pro Wrestling.
Battlefield Pro Wrestling.
That's Alpha Junior's promotion. That one's really hot. Like that one's really popular. The crowd's always hyped. They have some good roster. Like the roster is really A-list. A lot of good guys. No celebrities, but a lot of good. I say A-list. I mean like the roster's really good. Like the good people, the wrestlers. There's New Era, which that one's in the Scranton, Pennsylvania area.
New Era, yes, of course.
That's Shelby Waters' promotion and her fiance. I'm probably husband by now because I haven't seen Shelby in a while. PPW is in Slatington, Pennsylvania. That's another good one. Visage wrestles there a lot. Visage and Danny Moe are one of the bigger names. Sammy Chaos. Sammy, don't kill me. I said Danny's name before your name. She'd be like, "Oh, I got the belt." But I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and thank you, Armando, for taking this opportunity. I know you guys are busy, crazy with the CCW. Tell Gangrel I say hi. Don't bite my neck, please. I have 6 lives already.
I'll tell him. He'll try.
Yes, I got 6 lives already. I let everybody attacks me and tries to hurt me, so I'm like, these glasses are gentle. Don't hurt. My old former partner got bit by Gangrel, and he turned into a bat with a weasel on it. But
too easy.
Yes. Thank you, Armando. I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm the Cuban Missile.
Get duck and cover, get under your beds, and we will catch you in the next one.